Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Dank Basement once again. I got to see if my camera is even looking at me. Yeah, it looks like I'm right in front of it. Hi. Greetings from the Dank Basement. Today we're talking about the Dholakia Medicated. Now, what do I mean when I talk about a medicated snuff? Yeah, everybody goes, menthol! Well, not all menthols are medicated snuffs, although you could use them as such. And not all medicated snuffs contain as much menthol as others. It's a common ingredient, but not for all of them. Some of them rely on other odorants such as camphor, eucalyptus, and so on, to be stronger than the menthol. And some rely on other herbals and other spices as well. Now, there are essentially two traditions. There's the Anglo tradition, I guess you could call it, of medicated snuffs. These are mentholized more often than not. They will have eucalyptus, they will have camphor, they will have anise, they might have clove. Hedges L260 is the snuff equivalent of a booger bulldozer. If you've got a clogged up nose, at least in my experience, you take a pinch of it and like, bam! And it throttles through, and that's what it does. It opens up your head if you've got a cold or allergies or the creeping cruds or the grippe or whatever. It's going to blow right through your skull. Boom! And then you got, like one of my favorites, McChrystal's Original and Genuine, which goes stronger on the camphor, I think. And it's got a couple of other medicants in there. I think I'm smelling a little, I don't know, linseed oil maybe? Yeah, that's, and a little something. And that's not quite as strong as the Hedges, but it's really very, very good when you have a cold. It's super for that. Or allergies and stuff. I actually like a medicated in between strongly flavored snuffs to clear out my nose. Do the one snuff, then take a pinch of this to blow my nose back open, blow out my nose, and start fresh. And that's kind of the Anglo tradition of medicated nasal snuffs. And then you have the Indian tradition, which might at first glance seem to be very similar to the British, but which also has something very special attached to it. And that is the herbalism and the healing traditions of Ayurvedic medicine. Some snuff makers are closer to this tradition than others. I suspect that 5-photo and 6-photo both are a little closer to that tradition than Dholakia. But Dholakia's various medicated snuffs contain some of the botanicals that are used in Ayurvedic medicine. Some of the odorants and volatile oils. What do I expect from Dholakia Medicated? I suspect that Dholakia is going to more closely mimic the English and German style of medicated snuffs than it is the more traditional Indians. I expect more menthol than other Indians. And I also expect that this is going to be using Dholakia's pretty much standard tobacco base flour. I don't think it's going to be terribly finely ground because it's very difficult to sniff fine powder if your nose is completely blocked. But it's not going to be too coarse either because even a wet nose won't hold coarse snuff as well, and it tends to fall out. Or maybe they just get lazy and just use the same grind for everything. I don't know. Let's check and see what we got here. Yeah, it's that grind. It's that medium to fine. It stays very dusty on your fingers, but it doesn't pill up. Compresses nicely in the tub. There's a little moisture there, but not much. Yeah, it's sticking to my finger, but it's not pilling. Want to smell my finger? Yeah, this is nice. Okay, here's the first thing that impresses me about this, and I like it. I like the fact that you can still smell that very pleasant Dholakia base tobacco flower, even with the other aromatics that have been added to this. There's menthol there, I think. And I'm smelling more eucalyptus than I am camphor, but the camphor might be there. I don't know if it's camphor or what it is. But there's menthol and eucalyptus. And I'm smelling something that's like citrusy or something, and floral at the same time. Not a lot, though. There's not a lot of floral in there, more citrus than floral. I guess if you put the aromas in order from what you can smell in the tub, the most prevalent aroma you would smell would be like the tobacco flower, followed by the menthol eucalyptus combo, followed by that little tiny whiff of citrus, and then way at the bottom, that sort of delicate, complex floral. Let's take a pinch. I'm going to just get my fingers all dirty, and I don't care. See if this blows my head off. Because I do not have plugged nostrils right now, so let's see. Now, where's my bloody hanky? All right. Yeah, there's menthol for sure. I mean, I'm feeling the icy blast of the menthol eucalyptus, the initial blast. But as I suspected, I'm still smelling that really good Dholakia base tobacco flower. And I can't get these things closed without getting snuff all over me. There we go. Okay, you guys are going to think I'm nuts, like you don't already. But check this out. I got the menthol and the eucalyptus, a little bit of camphor. Yes, I am getting some lemongrass or something like it. It's not just citrus, it's tingly citrus. It's got a little spice to it. The floral, what was floral in the tub, starts to smell more like, have you ever walked into a really nice hardware store? That's the only way I can describe it. It's like walking into your local Ace Hardware or something. Wow. Linseed oil, maybe? Or something like that? It's a really interesting scent. You know what? And it's not at all intense. This is super gentle. There's nothing burning here. There's no burning drip. It's good. On a scale of 1 to 5, where 1's horrible and 5 is the best you can get, I'm going to give this a 4 simply because there are some people who simply just don't like medicateds at all. And if I say, this is a medicated, but it's a 5, they'll go, oh, well, Squinty, you know, I'll try it. And then I'll get hate mail because they still won't like it. So I'm going to give this a 4, just so I don't mislead anybody or tempt anybody. But it's very, very good. I like it. I like that it's not as intense in aromas as some of the other called medicated snuffs. Wow. Yeah, this is very good. 4 out of 5 on the Squinty scale. And incidentally, I got a whole bunch of these. And when I did my massive snuff giveaway, I think I sent out 7 or 8 of these to 7 or 8 different people. If you were one of the lucky 7, let's say, who received these in your packages, why don't you try it out and post a comment here? I'd love to get your opinion on this as well. I like it. It is not going to be my first line medicated. I mean, I will take a medicated snuff when I really am plugged up or feeling ill or whatever. Hey, here's another reason you guys might think I'm crazy. And I don't want to spoil this for other people who might test this, but this is kind of mind-altering a little bit. I felt a slight skew in my perceptions just for a second. I'm getting it's not a euphoria, but I'm getting a very nice, tranquil feeling of well-being out of inhaling this, out of insufflating this. Yeah, it's very pleasant. I might have to round this up to a 5 and say, forget you guys who just hate medicateds. It's awfully good. Yeah. So if you did get one of these in your care package, please be sure to either review it. That would be the best thing. Do your own video review. Or at least comment here and tell me what you think about it. The Dholakia Medicated on the Squinty scale, 4 out of 5 from the Dank Basement. This is Paul. Thanks for watching.